that notification bell. It's right in your corner. It's right in your corner. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. It should be right in your corner. It should be right there in your corner, man. And we talking about the open carry in Florida. As y'all know, they had passed the law to open carry in Florida. It had been banned for a long, long, long time. Now they got open carrier, and it raising a lot of concerns. I'm talking about people's in Florida saying people's riding on motorcycles, dirt bikes, with guns across their backs, standing in store parking lots. You know what I'm saying, with AR-15 style rifles and stuff. So, do y'all really think open carrier was a good decision for the state of Florida? Do y'all think that was a good idea for the state of Florida? You know what I'm saying? We have a loss of crime in Florida. We had lots of people saying that open carry, when they see people with firearms, they tend to get kind of scared. You know, some people saying open carrier might, you know what I'm saying, make confrontation even worse. So I want to know what y'all take on open carry in the state of Florida. As it been banned so long, open carry been banned so long, and we know crime is up in Florida. Crime is up in Florida. Some parts of Florida, crime is up. And some people's, like I said, majority of the people's, they happy about the open carry law. And some people's not so happy. You know, some people are not so happy. And I want to know what y'all take on open carry law. Since everybody in Florida, we got my Florida peoples in here. You know, lots of states been open carry for a while. A lot of states. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our southern states, they be last to a lot. The southern states be last to a lot. You know what I'm saying? They had a ban on Florida for a very long time. A very long time. You know, like some states like Washington, D.C., New York, Florida, California, they had some of the strictest gun laws. You know, Mississippi, a lot of states, Texas, a lot of states had, I'm talking about dramatic gun laws. Now, Florida, it became open carry. You know what I'm saying? We seeing people's on videos going down the highway with AR style rifles on their back. You know what I'm saying? You saying people's posted up in Walmart parking lot with guns. You know what I'm saying? Lots of people want to test the open carry law in Florida. I mean, like I said, it's a lot of people. How everybody doing? A lot of people's in Florida, they not so happy with the open carry law. You know what I'm saying? How everybody doing? Hit that like button, let me know you in here. Hit the like button, I know you in here. And yeah, a lot of people they frustrated with the open carry. You got to think about it. The community going to be frustrated with the open carry law because you got to think about it. It been banned in Florida for guns, been banned. Open carry in Florida been banned so long. It's a surprise to the community now. It's a surprise to the community, and a lot of people fear guns. A lot of people don't like guns. So when you're walking outside your house, you see somebody standing across the street with a gun across his shoulder or across his back. You know what I'm saying? They banned it for so long. Now people is paranoid and schizophrenic when they see a gun. You know? So I think a lot of that need to be blamed on America. Because if it would been open carry all throughout, because you got to protect yourself. You got to be able to protect your dwelling. You know, a lot of people's not happy with the open carry though. You know, and I feel you. You shouldn't have to advertise what you got for somebody. If you tried, or whatever the case may be. I done seen the sheriffs, a lot of sheriffs in Florida. They not so happy with the open carry. They ain't happy with the open carry. But like I said, when it been banned for over 30 years, 40 years, who gonna be happy with a law like that? Who want to walk downtown and see a lot of guys standing around with guns on their shoulder? Who wants to see that? You know? People's like going to Florida to party. Who want to go to Florida on vacation and you got 15, 20 people out here standing with guns on their shoulders? You know, open carry law. And half of them might be convicted felons who shouldn't even be carrying a gun. So yeah, it raises plenty of concerns. It raises concerns. Yes, it does. Especially when you're talking about tourists. Tourists don't know nothing about Florida. A lot of them. Some of them gonna be their first time going to Florida. And to get out the car and you see guys standing across the street, 3-4 guys standing across the street with guns across their shoulders. You don't know you done walked into a group of mobs or what, you know. Like I said, lots of people scared of firearms. What about the old ladies? What about the old guys who scared of firearms? The young kids who scared of firearms? Yes, it's raising concerns. There's a lot of people who got questions about the open carry. It's not just a bad ideal. It's just the ideal of they had a ban on it for so many years, and now that they open carry, it got lots of people paranoid and schizophrenic. It's simple. It got lots of people paranoid and schizophrenic. We don't know who with them guns. We got lots of people out here, they wear face coverings now. Who will know behind the face covering with a gun? We won't know who that guy is. We won't know who that person is. Of course we're going to fear for our life. Of course we're going to fear for our safety. Of course it's going to raise concerns. Like who that guy with that gun? Who that guy with that gun? You know, there's a lot of people be getting their hands on guns that shouldn't have their hands on guns. A lot of convicted felonies with guns. You know, ain't no police they get open and start an open carry law. Ain't no police gonna jump out on everybody and see do they supposed to have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Against the law. It would be against the law. It'll raise more concerns. It'll raise more concerns. Yes, there's a lot of communities, questions and concerns about the open carry. As we know, it went into effect, so you can legally open carry now. It's not against the law. Unless you don't supposed to have a firearm. You know, then it's against the law. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, lots of tourist people going to come to Florida. And you got to think about it. It's been being so long. People been going to Florida for vacation trips. They didn't get off the bus or pull up to places where they see people toting guns, unless it was a security guard or police. Now for people to go to Florida, they get out their car or get off the buses or whatever they're going to do. And they saying people's posted up with guns. They eyes getting big. They hoping it ain't a robbery. They ain't hoping it ain't a mass shooting. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna raise a lot of concerns, which is already raising concerns with people who living in Florida, inside their community. They thinking they gonna escalate confrontation, or when something get heated, they gonna escalate to something worse. There's already in the community raising concerns and questions. Even the sheriff have questions and concerns. You know what I'm saying? Want to make sure they follow the right protocol. You know, being banned, like I said, it been banned for years in Florida. And to just openly carry now. And then, like I said, you saying people's on the highway riding on motorcycles. They literally riding on motorcycles with guns. They standing out in front of stores with guns. They saying they testing Florida open carry law. They testing it. They want to see what the police gonna do. I seen one guy in Florida. He was in a Walmart parking lot with an AR style firearm with the police only feet away. So there's lots of people who want to test the open carry law in Florida. It's a new law. Of course they're gonna test it. Of course they're gonna test it. You're gonna see this just the beginning of it. Later on, you're gonna see more and more people with guns strapped across their back, strapped across their chest. Riding through Florida, you know, it's open carry. You also gonna see convicted felonies out here with guns on their hips who don't supposed to have them. You know, this what they voted for. I'm assuming this is what everybody voted for. Now they got it. This is what the community got to deal with it. Some gonna appreciate it. Some gonna suffer. You know, I just hope people make a good decision. And not letting it escalate them worse than what it is. Be mindful and be respectful. Watch yourself at all times. Only thing I can say, you know what I'm saying? It is. What Florida came up with, this is what's going on in Florida. This the new Florida. We're going to call this the new Florida. Open carry is the new Florida. You can do what you want to do now. When it comes to firearms, far as carrying them. You still can't go inside a business where You don't supposed to be with guns. If guns were banned from them business, they still banned. Ain't no, you can't walk into the stores and banks and stuff with guns. It don't work like that. But I'm for sure all y'all know about the open carry. I know y'all done read up on it. You gotta make a smart decision. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be caught up with a charge that you could have avoided. You know, Florida already upset about this open carry law. Florida upset. The sheriff's department upset. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'm out. Until next time, peoples. Enjoy yourselves.